bia akwa ba megidi se weekend no ekoye mam obia na obrewum papa wo hwe ba bia me bubu coffee fire from this side to Eastern Ashanti Central to Accra enough but it's been good megidi se munyi na no so mo ho ye enche bia no nyame adma 31st January na MPP kwakoto aba na ehun se kakra bi aba yam se committee na ye no ono abujo se wusu committee no omo the state babonten se yam se na musi proxy I'm proxy no mo se afiwe ni ma obia emfa proxy ento aba proxy ne se ebia edbakoni ye police station chairman and a coordinator and I would have asked me can say the can ya so we delegate name no what time on it would did say ebia oba every couple about December and now about November baby di bronya it would did say want to me call ensign ma and I want to me train bosomi mienu ewa ha Asare the first January edu and it was best say ebia wa Denmark Ghana for MPP for Denmark nyina anim ne say asumesia na obentin wa Denmark ye o MPP ni di register me say o delegate na emom no ontimi emma bi antima Ghana emeto aba 31st January no na o meto ade no beye enti no me so me delegate ya me so meto aba wo Ghana enti me de me wa ha na asumesia na obentin no Denmark no wo say wo de ni tumi a echese ko betimi de ato aba no wo de amame God na Asare-Bediako me delegate wo so delegate na wo de amame na krata asase se me eno pese danu dura mentum aba ema no de amame na emom wo de mame a ye de krata be ma party mpanimfo amoma hu se ya boate no wo Denmark no asana wo Denmark na me waso benya the proxy no me nto aba ma no ampa we delegate wo Denmark na me so me delegate nso so wo Ghana na kama chochro bibia da man penifo verify approve say ampa asana wo Denmark we delegate won't me ma Ghana me to aba di on the day of election no me no ma me tumi say me nto aba ma no ebi so ano bibia bibi nti ne ho mfa no enti no gidi say wo hwe na ho ode no a enu da ne yenkoto aba no eba no antimi ansore free hospital anko into na president the amount committee no dey buy say afi ye nyusu proxy emma me come gas na we did na what is the rationale behind it still now I've not been that convinced but over the weekend di ba ni ne ho asema badendende and na proxy ebi mu say oh omo appeal still to election committee they say kayam ya allow for proxy ebi bu so and Dr. Bamia person owiem say ye gitum say ye ma proxy mrade a Dr. Bamia person owiem in fact I am nwanwa kakra Ghana abaya 2024 ye use proxy ebi kwa sam make ridiculous say say enipa baakofo obetra to amanipa 200 because say omo so me proxy me pacho enya no kre I remember say 2023 no maximum number nipa na betra to amanipa no mienu according to committee no nipa mienu Ghana emade obetra to am nipa baako in fact mamo amfato ho 2024 elections na mia menua kwaku dawru na ne papa ho dodo no enti na wako hospital na waba wako hospital ba no ka chete kwaku se kwaku ma ho den wo fom na be de wan hwe ya ebeda be 7 December no kwa no na bi kwara me da hospital afirment an kwoto abenten ne sade ya ma me fa me proxy ma wo and the rukoye and no go through all the necessary procedure process nyina and na ye wonya that authorization. Unfortunately the papa free mu ansana ye to abano 7 December et the ro anti me and you so papa process because papa that time na we free Ghana mrana e wo ho enti wo yes ade no mesre MPP is going to have a very fair, balanced, transparent say election. Yeah, will be inquisitive, will be no be. Mamma fast animal maybe a metataru will be the president say or baby. Budget statement no so akoso. yawada no na budget statement no ekoso enti ene bedi eho enkomo kakra ene honorable Kojo Opo Nkrumah, former information minister, former minister of works and housing, member of parliament for Ofase Ajiribi, and now was a committee member, the economic committee, hona or no, it's any bidi home como, kakra would ni habat, yen nebekasa ever fonso, na yedin como after said. So far, December na omo at the bar budget no, yami nini, and I say a business as usual, a mere rhetorics na, and na omo at the bar na, so question say, atofo city make say nyame adma next year die ye mfa nipa ewo ye mfa nurses die na enwanwa kakra enwanwa because was scanning at the same time na kufu MMDCs need to make say less than 6,000 so and NDC ba ye almost say omu etua MMDCs no about 35,000 Ghana cedis per person. Nana Kufado need to make less than 6,000. Enti etimi say 35,000. Na 5,000 is any kadipa base and so the you. As also to me fan nurses. And then you say a home semi bre enti na ye bedi a home enkomo taxes no et say why you VAT a free mineral exploration mo and ya de no you don't know repercussions et say revenue generation you know ye betimi edi eho enkomo ene anwumre ya ya ba betina sinti akra ye bekwa ahoma so ne ene orobo Kojo Opo Nkrumah edi enkomo kakraba ne de evra wa ha na amasama bruni na ayi sa adongo se dani na buza se na hamo na aba wasi bruni na aba enti de kama na wa ba be ka be ho na kaba ne mate sei
to asade no home use
uba to men home use oh my goodness
edita offer
oh kakakra nyame na aye kakakra na me say dan kan MBA so may be deliberate about me no want to read it Professor Frepon Boating yes what tro ne bi e kan sem basa etia party ye best MPP for penninfo ye best remo mayebi muntimi nyenkosi awie edenya power de besesa ndipa de bi ba na bi ko ebi ba na ebi ko ne mo no wo kwa eya munsusu nyane me bi ebema ene mranti aba wa hwuru be kunya kaseti ase mranti ne maba aba emu wade make sure say President Kufuado ebe o sitting president anytime bia or else or bo Professor Frepon Boating dia look what ahon brasim and with all just say what be yen say or as well Bob Professor Frepon Boating di because if you are seeing na bu it is sitting president anytime you bobo di bia no use to all the actual the revered German trained heart surgeon you know what when you na me ma eye basa we heart surgeon na nche so bitu aba be business magnate anameboa na nche so bitu aba be the best of politicians encheresa wo field no a fa and kama na ja bibi so banko fofoforo me ade kweta first na ka mekan but the report to be a wonwa personal report and official report or chokoma chief of staff ya wonwa kasa kweta TV so likima anti MPP media house say omonye no fa enu MPP no me kan kakra de fall papa ne twa de bia se kwa kan me pese me kan bi because ama si de bisi bulu na abafom edia me pese media chief mesre jebi dan kwa we akwaje mu omo we omo ko entia ne edi akiri enei busa wo se ka secretary poster Professor Frepon Boating obetimi na poster mpo watare bi dade ye bi nde benim anti mesre ya moma party no tambia no party ni dimasi baby ye kama so obeka ya Rollins time na kese ye di ko to university bi so Professor Rollins ampene even though now we all the international accolades nyina until na Kufuado ba ya o man mu nyam eso ba ho obi ade ibu ma wo enti no party na ye bia ma wa ben what me discipline ho I dey say we nyina but MPP as a political party aye bia ma from President Kufuado time na mo kan na wo mu a omo ba party no no omo benya post di ye no ya omo anhwe nkofo no omo an no mo san ba so mo pe position Professor for Bobatin etu pai ka se fedi pa 5 pa gina ho a
bi utafrache ne se bia yinim sene omo ne mo me akwanya na yenya ye ya ba betina hanti no ye bebo ye humodin bia se de esene fata se ye ka no ye beka ma mensha asem free eye nkomo a odisi ya eye yankasa ye professor Frimpong Boatin say Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo Ghana mampani dada aban no ebae no wani na bro o de dwumade bi ehye ne nsa ye nyina ye nyini no ne ye redi abakwasem kakra opani no yate ne ho nsem bia ne ne ade akama na afeyin so ye redi kakra de afa ne ho ni nyuma hodo a odi ye wo eye konfanoche if I'm right
look kolebu
yes. Exactly na akoma mu nsem ne niam bia ye se oye ne ne ade ne nyina ye redi ama in fact
otis wo MPP ne woni age
mani age
of course
because say amanyokuo sa na ye binya ni petitri ewu mu sa na ya na ye de hwahwa ye ho na I think say sinam di kan no omampani Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo ebae no weni na bro de niam hodo ba ko mienu bi eden ehye ne nsa ema okodi hu djuma echire ekoba ne segalam se hu report ne nia de nsema hodo bebre
omuka said the backra ye bi
and echo you know a whole lot of issues right after that no odine djumedie eba wiye na ode ba wiye no yete ne nka che ne nyina ye expect say if we are looking forward for people, I mean elderly people in the party to cancel us when it comes to say bianta wantawa bi anase mentime ho ase bi ekoso party no na ye pe impenimfo ama omedi party nanimu a omo ye one of the people a party no betimi aton sade afro omo esan omo nim de ne omo djumedi omedi wo party no mdante no omo ne impenimfo a na ye hwe ni mu se party e betimi aton sade afro omo in terms of crisis and misunderstanding and all that. But yekoda sorry ya na akwakoba ne se ejana edem no ase foforo san ba be den san ba betom na se hwan ne yekwakofre ne se omedum ja no I think say it's unfortunate na one news ibia okan ya na say one of the commenter okan ya me pese me kan ho asem o say what do the party's leadership take us for? With the senior godon wadarma
party leadership
no use ye no minim se metimi aka no ahade
oh there be say no panim say what aka dia obetimi aka
what do the party's leadership take us for? Idiot question mark and no say no what follows a corrupt internal election is aggrieved NPP members and sympathizers not turning up to vote in a general election as was witnessed in December 2024. Say opinion kasa
ever patfacha me ma menya honorable Kojo Ponkroma homa no sisie na wokọ baabi nti say ye ne bonito honorable good evening na ti say
evening na say
nyame adoboko makom workshop na ba
workshop ni de wi afi na me so me nam kwan so free Cape Coast ba and cry.
Okay, that's right. Anyway, the everybody tell now. Marco workshop PDA. Ya na obrofo bia wota kan ko for pepper almost will take aways. Na budget ya wade me nam kwa so kokuma sentiment mi amflo ni kese. Budget no ordinary Ghanaians no kese obrofo nkwa ne beka ye anase gidie bi wo mu a e wo se timi ma eni daso bi ba. Ete say
budget de bia me ka say discuss budget ana ye discuss amayo semo a yemfenye akonya nsua bibi kakra budget na nkasa no eyo mampani kata o de bra parliament ebe train eniema afia yesimu no anasa afia ye besimu no esi na ni so se opeso oye eno ne budget no na wode wano edo enwira ebi enwo nti utumi keka de abekeka nyina na wo keka wi a de aka ne se eho akohoma sika a wode beye se adwuma no ewo hemfa se de a wo ne oyere wo fie na wa hyehyɛ ne bo bebre se mehesi ama uwi a se wabom na bekyerɛ wado enti wohwɛ budget edikan a aban no ede bae a no se sɛnea na Ghana yɛsikasɛm bɛyɛ mfie mienu ansa na yɛkɔto aba no yɛsikasɛm hinhimyɛ a aban dadaa no efi nhyehyɛe ase sɛ ɔtenetene no ɔno no pɛ sɛ ɔtenetene no ntɛntɛm paa o biribi a ɔwɔ sɛ ɔfrɛ no shock therapy ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyi so shock ɛde shock economy no na ɛma nneɛma bi ekodum pɛmpɛnsuo bi ntɛntɛm nti afi edikan no ɔde dia ɔno frɛ no shock therapy ɛna ɔde ɛwɔ yɛsikasɛm no pin bi kakra ɔwɔ ne nuro kakra bi nti ɛnɛ wohwɛ a ɛnokora sɛ ɔbɔ nsi ɛsɛ asɛ sidi na ho ɔde apagya asɛ inflation aba fam apart from that no so deɛ wode w'ani to fam a enyuma ɛwɔ sɛ aban yɛ nyinaa no ɔmfi aseɛ sɛ ɔyɛ nti afie wei budget ɔde baeɛ no ɛna afie ɔbɛkyerɛ yɛn sɛ afie na wayɛ ready sɛ ɔba bɛyɛ adwuma nankasa nti sɛ wobɛgye no adidi a ɛwɔ sɛ wohwɛ afie di kan no budget ɔde baeɛ no kwan ɔfaa so de yɛ adwuma na sɛ asɔ ani a na wanya gyidie wɔ no mu nti sɛ wowɔ berɛ kakra nka ma memfa wo kɔ nneɛma baako mmienu mu akɔhoma sika nankasa ɛsiane sɛ no na kyerɛ sɛ nsɛm a woka sɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ nyinaa no wobɛtumi ayɛ
meyɛ tie wo paa
yɛwɔ strategy a aban ɛfa so de nya sika ebegu aban akakye na ɔde saa sika na asom ɔman no saa strategy no economics mu no yɛfrɛ no fiscal strategy ɛno na kyerɛ kwan a aban ɛfa so enye sika kwan a aban ɛde saa sika no ɛyɛ adwuma ansa na ndisi bɛba aban mu no na yɛwɔ fiscal strategy a yɛde yɛ adwuma a na taxes ne adeɛ wum ndisi foɔ ma Ghana foɔ aso te sɛ MPP aban no yɛ nipa bɔne foɔ nti na yɛde saa taxes na aban nti ɔmo de ɔmo ba ɔmo dɔ Ghana foɔ nti na ɔmo bɛyiyi saa taxes ne na fi hɔ na ma Ghana foɔ ho ahare wɔm na ɔmo yiyi firi hɔ wie a ɔman ne bɛnya sika boro de ana yɛn yɛnya no na no na bɛma ɔmo nya sika na ɔmo de ayɛ adwuma nti sɛ ɔbɛkae abra yɛwura forcing ba vetting no ɔbɛka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ oyiyi ɛtoɔ ne nyinaa wie a Ghana sika sem ebe peja akɔhoma sika no be peja the friend no financial tax to GDP ratio no ebe peja na no peja eno na ɔde be ye adwuma ana se nnwuma hodo a na ban no ahyɛ bɔ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ nyinara nti parliament de yɛ ma no kwan sɛ sɛnea waka sɛ ɔbɛyɛ no hwɛ na ɔnyɛ sa onyi sa to ni na mfiri hɔ ne mo me san so bo no kokɔ sɛ to na oyi no bewie na tokura bɛda esi kasɛm ne mu godo as at the time a yɛwura forcing ɔbɛsra yɛn mid-year review no ɔbaa yɛ na yɛsika ne mu yɛabɔ ka bɛyɛ 3 billion wohwɛ nkonta ɔbɛbu ya yɛabɔ ka bɛyɛ 3 billion saa 3 billion ne mu mpo no na no yɛ yɛn sika 11 billion a yɛgyama no wode ka ono ni sika no ho a ɛna still wabɔ ka bɛyɛ 3 billion no nti wobɛka ya mid-year review no abra yɛyɛ debate no yɛka sɛm bi kyerɛ ne sɛ pɔtɔkasɛm you misconceived the fiscal strategy na kyerɛ sɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a yɛyɛ ma aban nya sika no ɔde sika no asom ɔman no wantoto no yie wode yɛ propaganda ne politics a wantoto ne yie ne nti no wunnya sika na wode ayɛ adwuma no mpo a wo so wobɛyɛ no sɛ adwuma no a woyɛ no kora mpo no sɛ no kora na bɛ deliver solutions no mpo a wunnya sika mfa nyɛ enti yɛma no hu sɛ sɛnea ɔmatoto sikasɛm no ɛfɔm no ɛno nti na ne nsa ɛnka sika no Now to also say by the time I finish beba na wie no na wo say o cut expenditure by 30 billion. God is a producer betumi anya say debate na fi parliament nka be boa yen.
Me ka say na wo sa video video no me wo.
Yes. And then ansa no ba parliament. Ebebu akonta say afie no aba na wie yen ti obebu akonta. Oba ye no e ka half year na waboye a cut 3 billion no. Oba and say cannot be do 8 billion.
How?
Say na me catch you say or misconceive fiscal strategy no. Or the propaganda. Inti baby e wo say o man no nye sika, o man na kohuma sika. Near this sika no somo no. Esan say ototo na se didi agro nti no. Tokro na eye 3 billion. Abro ba half year no say tokro na be 11 billion. Sorry, about 8 billion.
Watch me o. O ka so misconceive ya. I think say ebia mo ye overly diplomatic because wo hwe ne vetina. And some wo keka ye mo busa ne say na wo yi we ya wo this wo dey yi be ba wa say o was steady Ghana revenue generation no party no wonim see the city e be ba. I remember say wo ka say
no cretrodo nti ho no ka tell say oyiyi free ho wi a or the broni wo susudua bi your friend no tax to GDP ratio obe pagya mo fi 13% akọ 18%. Che so mining na ye adwuma nya sika first no ye strategy na o se enye no na yetuminya 13.9% e de ba akache ya ye adwuma nyina wie no yetumi gigi to 13.9%. Eno no say ye strategy ni nye papa no steady Ghana strategy na anti obeyi to na fi ho na ma aban no enye sika 18% no de asomaman no
mubusa say na wo yi a sa gap no including friend say mo yi levy mo ka say ye no so wo yi ye no a
na ye ka ye no o ka kire say oh bibi o friend of VAT refund 6%. Obeti so about 4% na hono benye sika no de akwako tuasa tokro na ba beda hono mu ye bisa no so de to foforo beba no se debi da odonyame on fatu o mada
obena to for at least for say no
obey budget no de to mako wotwe na aba after a to mako wotwe na ode ba ye ni nyina wie ye no say tokro na abeda ho no ono an report or the boss tokro na abedem ni 8 billion na 8 billion no so me san kama Ghana for so at say ni revenue na wa report ni ye de wo 11 billion into what ye de ni fi mu na che say ni ka wa bo after this strategy ni buy no ni ka wa bo ni 19 billion
eh
wa appendix 2B. Na sa 19 billion no san say wakoton ade aboka 19 billion no because okoye no de bia kochiche nti waboka 19 billion no afi sika was aban expended ye adwuma contractor for say tuomka nurse for was say farm teacher for was say farm ne ade no onya sika mfanya nti say obetumi emiti IMF target of primary balance 1.5 na aje so 13 expenses so into what expenses no so ana say expenses are what share bo a ontumi nye no 28 billion. It's mpacho first of all no okodi dwa no waboka 19 billion on the revenue side na to meet their yene IMF fashion ntino I was say just surplus 1.5% ntino. I was say or cutting expenses by 28 billion. And until nema bebre na buy no washe boss obey no afia we say no when to me anye.
Hey, oh no, I do how the patch
1 million coders program. Oka omsi o ma launch. Ubisa say why na esua coding na wo hu nipa ba kopo. A Jumera program oka omsi o ma launch.
Yende wo because you know additional coding no e coded.
Enti why na coded no say national apprenticeship program ko foko a yes apprentice for no say feed Ghana nipa kra or benefit from Feed Ghana.
Feed Ghana no yeah under 24-hour economy, right?
Nkuko nkete no mo kan no. E ka be 3 days ama wa be kan budget onim so oba parliament a ebebisa no mo di nkuko bi ko gina eyi se o ma launch nkuko nkete. Sa abre ya me no ka se kuyeni bia no obetumi aka se ya bre no nkuko bia o baabi. Enti esan se waboka 19 billion into no expenditure was all ye no there your no any programs senka programs no pon ebe solve Ghana problem an ko there no ontumi nye big push om ka kire say om betua 13 billion ama contractor for aye juma 13 billion no or the numbers ne buy no when tua there why ne say wa ma commitment for 7 billion just wa ma contractor for no krata say omunkoye juma mra eno kra no krata o dia mo me 7 billion ontua sa 13 billion no enti ni 2025 budget na o say eno na o de afiase na wa ya de ye mo nsem ma no wa boka 19 billion on the revenue side eno nti wa cut expenditure 28 billion eno nti no ni niema o hihye so be nyina no wontumi nyeye. The only thing niema beye miensa uhwe numbers na eniso no akoyie baako eye dollar baako eye inflation ena baako eye interest rate. Dollar no ye nyina ye nim de aye cost mfiti ase no abra ye ka se de omo ye ne se dollars aye jama any gold purchase program a yejama no eno na omo pompe egu market no so no omo se yeboa na eyaban papa na aba obekae a abro mampanin hia bishop for no ebisa na se minority for se wo pompe dollars eyampa na o mampanin hwe bishops nanim e ka kire om se eyaban papa e na aba eno ntia o se a good leadership na enye dollars
mekai
ena ye course ka se aso for the omampania kan enye no kre eye dollars a yejama eno mo pompe omu yi governor of the central bank mani be yi ano governor bae no odo nyame se enye no kre enye dollars bia no mo pompe ye koso kan ya na fi IMF wani baso na IMF kohwe nkrata ni no mo hu se ampa aban ne pompe dollars because dollars na wo pompe no se ye dollars no so beti. Enti IMF ano kokose pompe na mo pompe no one munyai mo fa de friend framework insise ya e kire se e dey se u be pompe dollar nyesa o dollars ni na be so be sa kosi udada mu bra ya brefiti 2021 o se den achichiri dollar ibia dollar ni eni bi ntie corporate 3 billion fi IMF na yetumi yewura ba o miama ya di gold purchase program ba ya na yenya dollars kakra mo pompe ni na asam to ya yebefa hinti IMF bom kokose munyai to mu ja ye pe na wo beka ya September no mo no CD no sign start peja biom enti abro mampani a press conference central for bisa ni say ne ba ni sign na CD na sign e peja biom no wo beka ya mampani asam o kan ni say no credit de e ba kope na Bank of Ghana no na Bank of Ghana na e pompe dollars na omujai ye no ena ama CD na ho de afi ase ehwan biom nti IMF ni aban no tenase na IMF asha aban ne se wo be pompe dollars a ya announcement nti se busumi bia mfiti ase no aban no be announce se mi be yi Ghana dollar bia be 1 billion na ma pompe ama CD no aba form anase ejina nti wo se October omo announce 1.15 ena November omo announce another 1 billion. And since almost started announcing any the Oma announcing 2 billion. Now so ye calculation, ye calculation now. So far Oma pompe be $8 billion. Say omu de no na epia CD no mana bafom. Nti se say the Oma kanokre say ye pumping no. Na pumping no ubisa so omu konya dollar no we here. Si gold board. Pacho amin chire wo ne we tie fo mu kakra. Gold board enye dwuma foforo. Titi adwuma bi a na wo Ghana e friend no PMMC Precious Minerals Marketing Company eno na ban ba no watu ni din say gold board wasesa din no wabesesa mra no parliament your friend gold board na bra ye raba mi ama ye di gold purchase program ne bae no nipa na ye diska ma no ma no koto gold ne ba no onu na ye PMMC tie no na ban bae a wasesa ni din se gold board enti a gold purchase program a ye di ba 2021 no eno na aso aba enya dollar a ne ndisi aban pompe dollar no nene na nsen ya na se nene na Bank of Ghana for nkasa issue statement afi o magia tum because IMF ka say omo enkamu no kre no ntino o ma issue statement afi omo ma ka no kre say gold purchase program no na omo di nya dollars no ma pompe egu market no so nti niam me nsa eno de uhwe number na nani so asa akoyi no ba ako eye seed no na no na ma kire obabia dollar na omo pompe ni fi problem ankasa pa e wo Ghana cedi no ho e wo say solve no ye solve ye nenne onyame adom ye dollar ye jae any gold purchase program ye jae no e na omo pompe go market no so nenne ye bom kokko say enne de ntia monya sa dollar because gold ni boy $4,000 an ounce on the world market time I started program na gold ni boy $1,700 per ounce na gold na ntina $4,000 nti se mu di dollar ni na atorenchem bi ba mo be den mo me nhwe yi eno ye kokobo ai dia mom the second one is inflation no ne kase pa imported inflation nti se wo currency ni hihimu a obehu se ade no ne bo nsesa wo wi ase enso Ghana ha na ne bo ekosoro ne bo ekosoro no na inflation ye de ekosoro nti first no omutumi di atamo a se petrol bo akosoro uchirem se petrol no ye nye no Ghana ase krafia ma no ne ba se da omuntie da enne se petrol bo akosoro no mutumu afi no mo ka se enye ha na ye exchange rate na epeja before resume pumping no eno na ninsunsanso akan but cedi na appreciating it no amate say generally petrol bo abafom inti se cedi no kofom bi ma bon sa fi petrol bo asan eden akosro apart from that no de omaye aka ho ne say sika e wo krom no oma bo sika 60 billion Ghana cedis ano agege fi krom no mde akogu Bank of Ghana say omo mpese sika be wo krom bebre e friend sterilization na say sika no sika won kofo ho a omo to niema na niema bo okosro nti 2% inflation badan a Bank of Ghana ebetumi atwetwe say sika ni na fi banks no ne asset management companies no mu nti o ma twebe 60 billion akwa akogu ho today bi abetumi achi 60 billion akwa akogu Bank of Ghana na say eniema nankasa ma niema bo okosro obi won factory madam fu bi opoko ase o factory o say electricity bo kosro nti ni niema na o produce no ne bo okosro se wanye electricity no hwe wo ma ne bo okosro na aka se wa success ka fi kroma businessman no produce ade no kra no kra no besan boka because obe produce ade no wie ne bo den kra ne sika ni obi aho a ode to ba wo ka si o inflation aba for minti no ye mo nsemo me na ye ko Cape Coast student ba ko bebisa vice president ne economic advisor say most inflation aba down na time na inflation no 23 no ade na me turn no 7 cedis there be also 5 cedis and that most inflation aba form no ade na ne bo akodu 8 cedis nti sa de we mu kire mu sen be hwe Cape Coast University na live on TV ho ye papa di kan hu na me se munya hwe and the only near mamiensa sene na meka no ohwe na ni so asa peja ba ko dollar ma kire omu ba ko inflation ma kire omu last one here interest rate inti Bank of Ghana bosia hunsi hu Bank of Ghana se wate so inti wo call banka e wo se yete so na wo so nya bosia pacho ya no obisa wetie for se obi akọ banka ne banka ka se wate bosia so o san so discard ato se babedia na enko be ya inti se mu transfer ho na mu dada mu ho se dollar ba down inflation ba down interest rate Bank of Ghana atene de so nti aban papa ba bibia ye okay ya ye de ye kan se ye huru bi pen aban bi aba first year no o try say obe stabilize the economy no ye ro osafomafo edin a ye de man no so obe kai a na ye frɛ no oya de ye osafomafo it say 2001 ye ba ye tutu niema ye yamfa sa shock therapy we na omo ken ye no gradual into to me jina ne na so a be do be 2008 ansana global financial crisis ne hit ya ye ho kire ye yewura kwabena dufo 2009 obae ono so try say obe yes stability nti so obe kaya that time na me century edin na different unprecedented
unprecedented yeah
single digit inflation no or in about 3 years unprecedented by 2013 not TSM na number bi
sustainable
yeah ba bemu 2017 o kan budget we aboso kan na nkofo budget so because stability na na ye Mekai, African Development Bank for Krampoma, Yewura Kenofurata Award. So Bekaya, Best Finance Minister.
Minister, yes, in Africa.
Okay. Nti na metis nkofo say ato is forcing ha. Na me say Jamagana sikasema bakosem no. Mun sheda emfa money eni akiri. So unfo ni akiri a obi yet say sa shock therapy we say no pompe dollars kakra na ya obi fiase abonsem bebre. Nemum so do we di akiri a question abebisa ne say sustainability ewo hemfa enye sa de a o pompe dollar ni na wi na dollar ko form no chena atrension ba ko pesi wo wi ase a ya assess ye dada nti sa wo hwe 2025 na se no ba no be ka kire say obesi 261 JHS or the 100 million at all for 24-hour economy or the ahe million we just ka say at all e budget ni mu yeah, make sure say audio money. What is cano assume? So says cano, and yadia was sabeka. It been a medical church 2025 day, the Omdo Manuki Kayan, Anquancusiaga, Nemami and Sapena, Omde Bomb Hosa here, no cross of matro. I say. And he made a mass 70 years say, so we 2026 budget now. Or in Anwaki can send Bibri, now so quattro quasi or bemoata, dear. Yeah, na.
Yeah, TDD. That's it. Now, Kubana Fekwan, ya start here. This week, I see a pep time near either so best to that about office. Your question be Brazil, Busani, previous budget. You say, it is say, the more the corporation here that no releases net to say, a buy and answer a Mercy Cademo 50 million, Equana, Anko, big push, a cassette 10 billion. No,
and Mercy K also be more 50 million at your banky. CK one Fenko. And now by I will say Obama 400 million. And a bimusu ye monsem maum na o my ade se 400. Na me bi some say na 50 million no car last year in fact 2025 o car say or dey be juma for the women's bank no one ye. Then we be catch us say
they was 400.
400 I also say ye monsem mano.
David.
Aha na nyina yo. Ye wo mem here ye nko ba bia.
All right, unam kwaso eko baby to me jaw hese no for the meantime because of yes. All right. Yes, that's it. For Honorable Kojo Ponkroma, a member of Parliament for Fancy Ayribi in the Eastern Region, former Information Minister, former Minister for Works and Housing, and then you mean 1 year D and come a budget no. And I'm a baby Roma, I say to me Tenassi, near baby Mona, yes, na intimate Puzu, na or more the Asian ever. Yeah, now we are my bone opinion.
Yeah, senior. I think sir, honorable Acheche Bibie Mufinchem Mediatre Edia train and I think so ya chef for near ye TF4. Na manuguso na meka prof nsem ya de no. Na they are not making in say o hwe opinion ni dibra wa ba bedi wo MPP amanyokunum e na afeyin so inyama hodo a waye di aboa party no na nko bi nsusu se bibi sei ebebe free ho at this particular moment party no e wa hoyehia mu a ye try say ye be rebuild party no na ya toto nyema yi na party na fa ntuma pefra ahead of 2028 election no nanka ye expect so beden or no crab ba bonten e de sansem we aiden aba because na ye hwe ni mu se o mo ne mpanimfo a se party no kwa ohihia mu a at the end of the day ye beto nsa e de aiden e de afrom but senior godon papa yi e kan asem bi asem no kan no a trigger ye mpanimfo bebre me hu se yankasa yen youth organizer national youth organizer atro bibi e de ato e ni page
so
yes yankasa enua pani Mustafa
salam
wa post bibi de ato you know ne Facebook no na papa ne say let's save MPP sa saving na owura ne kana na say opani ne kana o pa kyerɛ sɛn anyem bia o mampani na do dankwa Akufo-Addo ene na bedi ekyire bae no party ne bae party na amma no eye ministerial appointment ana
ya ma ne
ma no ɛdeɛ nti na ma ne bufu ye enti anyem bia no party no amma no eye materials ana say whatever ehia say ode ye n'adwuma na party ne de ma no ana okɔ a na V8 edi n'anim a motorcade nso eda edi n'anim ne nyina so enjoy na nyem bia o mampani dada yera nanado eyi na efri ho no a okɔ patcho me de sa na mete yes okosu kɔ patcho nyina but opani na ntie because of one or two reasons and omu yi ofro na nyem bia sanka wanyi wenfro na nka da so ho a anka oba be kasa asemu ya
dabi
forgetting say ne report out de by on one kasa pefe on one kasa nim say no some of the words and statement our report no enya no kre na otimi leaky ye e de ma some stations as stations no e sha se so mo broadcast na the your opponent nso nsa kan ya o mo de fight against us no a ye lusu ye nanko e de nanko hwe ni mu se party ne be that is the insunsanso a enne ye nyina ye nya and it is up to time I was ye nyina ye hu se no one or two staff are ye nyina ye na lead into this particular situation na you ene and why do you have to go out there and tell us say let's save MPP as if say MPP no e wo sabio amambofo bi nsem and you have to save the party from sankrofo no meanwhile your this how year wa ben mu no a contributee and my MPP and now your opposition and that same person is coming out to tell us say only when enko save MPP
come on let's see MPP me put them in say measure that we still me time on him but it's about can be can and what the can and same be am penny fully be can it's an hard drink kakra come on young queen
yeah good on first and foremost me chair my constituents of Amasama constituency ni share for you know anyway tier for because I know say we radio so and
I radio do that should be able to move
okay
that should be able to but nyehwe nensa begene
say me ka Professor Frimpong Boateng asem na me liking Professor Frimpong Boateng to party bi ayate say UP plus say UPO omudi angasa nya stable
dabi
me share dan ho din no enti mami ka say UP plus
akwede say LGBT no kill arni ade nyina atoto aso
good on one time meaning say an opposition party and a political party who main aim any say obenya political power.
Yes,
is that not it?
That's true.
And to say your opposition party says UP plus now, it is the only opposition party was set it up only to fight another opposition party. Now that has become the behavior of Professor Frimpong Boateng. On anything NDC until it's just about how to pull the MPP down. Any policy we should save MPP is rather pulling the MPP down.
Yes.
So how do you save a party by pulling the party down? You see, or no, Professor Frimpong Boateng, I believe MPP constitution were kinda.
Oh, of course.
So on Kanya, Obi Awotimi, on catch Professor Frimpong Boateng, Panacho, on read Article 3, I think clause 5 of the constitution. Duties of a member or a professor but obi ntwina adwen koso. Now adia duties of a member near a member shall have the right and duty at all times to go down 1 promote and defend the good name of the party. Even a Professor Frimpong Boateng protect the unity of the party. We are rebuilding the party. You are destroying the unity.
Yeah.
Be loyal and truthful to the party. Abide and publicly uphold the decision of the party. Inti be only party no cry enya adwin cry no. Publicly you have to uphold the decision. Say be a fear mu obetimi aka che omo set minimum nya adwin. Inti saka Frimpong Boateng wo bibi e no wa adwin pa eta party no development echi a. Ni letter na o chro no. and ke also on former general secretary and on former national chair me susu yemu no me feel say nyema we na ma catalog say ye hwe na ye ni ya party ne be build it
kama
ye be rebuild
me ne daru ye wo media mi ye hu ne ma bi e kosutia party no enti party level ti e ko share national chairman e ko share national chairman an kasa won office me ko ye me the evidence me ye me kan ma bo weeding me ma bo weeding chairman e ne ma say na e haye enti no free penny for no muni hu nkomo na ye be call me ka chairman patcho sa wonim penny for no tinase na wo ka kire mo a no busa se na wo te sa asem wahi e si ya enkase wo de mate bomidin
okay
me mpeso be kan se ye hiesi ka kire mo se me na be ka kire wo because me kind of bonten da because me I believe say party nti me hwe na ye kana fie eti sa ne se ka de wo ken sa ne ka wo ye wo bibi obetima tworo krata da koma general secretary se won hwe but wo de wo twona da ba bonten
of course so these are not well wishers of the party because a nipa you see a lot of former president Nanado appointees no be omunya justice to this party. I think say after omudidi we no the best way of thanking the party is like say party in got no opposition for the next 100 years. I believe say be omu feel say omu de omu nsake binti any stage a party ni be take no inform. Ebi ni say obehwe te say the maker Alan after serving for almost 7 years. Ofili say the best way to bow out is to go and form another party to fight the party or reward you know. We don't mean Anka ebi another my appointment where last year 1 year crowd would have been forever grateful.
Of course, why not?
Even without the appointment crown, we are still moving up and down every day speaking in defense of the party. Yeah, they be able bringing the name of the party into disrepute. So me say Professor Frimpong Boati Atronya me nkanye me name say enko yi.
No, David.
Into what is it there? Make I come back and tell you say as long as it's not met the criteria and I want follow the strict constitutional provision say duties of a member. Quite when there was on faso no. Me I feel say at the point you know party ni pinning for ambisa no that's your MPP ni so see I then they have to tell him say he has to publicly uphold the decisions of the party. Other than that, going for the me say there's this challenger party in facing because of your primaries, you know. Would the aggressor per se exact punishment will be better dream?
Yes, you say.
It's about proxy. What I say, proxy, and then you me read social media. The whole thing has been skewed. Say, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. And a person from Rigi election. Meanwhile, Nkrofo must say yen use proxy. The question the whole day maybe some who say in the general election say electoral commission say there will not be proxy. But you are here condemning one proxy only for you to come and make a U-turn say general election there. So you see the hypocrisy and because it's internal, favor A. Meanwhile, every step or process of this electoral internal elections updating all the aspirants including their reps on at every stage album verification ye call regional office aspirant be a rep but they make a U-turn say is that what they are speaking to? That is how surprising it is. And then my name is Akwenya was me born dia on
Asampa. Say there was source.
Just sometimes Kasapa I bow my head in shame. Sometimes I ask myself say so after
they are part of those who gained so much from the government as well.
Look, I ask myself so
spokesperson for Ministry of Education.
One of the areas I party for a feeling hurt by a true education.
Yes.
But who lead the eka about jobs be someone who as a spokesperson of Ghana Ministry of Education Nkrofo ahina mutumi boaye. You see yet me can somebody be to the extent say Godon ye internal elections here it will be different. I don't want to be a pessimist because Dimbi I mean you see an optimist say me did this say bibia ewa ehase no e be wie so I don't want to be a pessimist but nyamani be a ebi mu kapa through this presidential primaries no very very serious. Omo veer off say politics na to personality. That is how dangerous the whole thing is. So me for Professor Frimpong Boateng there, now no, I believe say he's not living up to the standard of an MPP person because a polling station executive and a bet na radio so and publicly a church on yama way bia. I want to believe Sanka even at the constituency level no they may try to suspend the person. I'm just praying. So we have about less than 60 days or so. Anna, say 60 days cry. Definitely
60 plus some few
days
65 63
no matter what Emre Beson, and I want to believe that the JFK I know that after the primaries there should be sanity in the party. Obi antimi sorry keke enka bibia na ontro bibia oye den ope because we are rebuilding and some people are putting sand in our gari and yen jintu.
All right, enti kama na matenika no dodo na friend Amasaman Bruni nti wo Amasama constituency na Saturday no assembly call so wo TV3 Dr. George Domfe, we development economist at University of Ghana and a senior research fellow ho. And Professor Jampu runs for Jampu. Saying it's a one child with University of Ghana beam, but one day you see for Shippers Authority. As some also conversation live on TV. Na heated kakra, ano yes kakra. Now mo eno mo call off air. Omo call off air no. So omo kutwa ho aba. Na ade no so ano ye himbo. Mina mini hobi. But the metie ne say Professor Jampo Kopo che se wono sori kwa se wokoto ahye Dr. Domfeso. Na omo esusu no muti omo so Domfe mu ase wo mpia bonti say obi a exchange of words. After that, no TV3 for Betron Nimebi virtually praising Dr. Professor Jampu. I think says one day that you know quite question much susu and na omoye domoko yina. And then go fubusa say adia a see off air. Nessa way a responsible media house. Adia a see off air. Emfa ni munyam emre the media profession. The media house, any follow me involved. I call off air will be a namu be release part of the video. And then Yahoo Krata at the Babontin say Dr. Professor Jampu say Dr. Donfe Kasembi was Tokwano Munitino Omer train sign and yes I there will be soon. Menoke say I mean that letter also from lawyers for Dr. Donfe. So I say TV3 for no pedia or for full video in Amano be ange. And I think that's the appropriate thing to do. And TV3 for some way responsible enough for the year. More must attend to Quano. Because come on, second word will be. Start here, it has seven no Omokano Kukum and Toquano behind the scenes. Mona makofa babon to be any necessary to be a bar, you should be held equally liable. And for me, it is the height of irresponsibility first to have leaked or to have just published that video. And the second one say, Mokati Kituebi to create a certain imagery about Dr. Donfe say, or no label was also a kobubi, but a yedding. And then the also the character about lawyer for actual more for video in Amrabonti because more than what you must say the end I say baby will be as will be crowd ram that's a phenomenal and the cable the money in the badia more for in Amra. Na baby air column. Na enra na say we babonti na wo because of internal politics in tea. Na MPP phobia nim wo mo ekwatimi nya no so mutidi Dr. Donfe atem hey na adai internal elections here just 2 months away be no na 2023 the year why do we do that kaba
yeah
me nim say wuti be follow kakra dia
yeah me follow sir we know say we should all agree say TV3 NDC station na NDC abai ba power and expose the so-called neutrals me on my way mu obi ntimi convince me say or you neutral. We share certain radio stations, almost more than half of them journalists or more. Ya more appointments. And so first we see on morning shows, hold on. Ubeka say neutral point of view. Only for them to go and then ebisha ha. You see, say abanwe ni reset agenda no Ghanaian say tiasie pa and kebet ya tiasie be sound opposite to us. Because the purpose of reset is say o see abanda da no nyama bi wo ha no ya enye. Wo ba obeba be ya ni fufuro. Is that not the reset? Tiasie no.
Yeah.
Now Uba, you are even doing it worse. I don't think Amikasa. This is the government that also obey reset. Part of the government no were appointing a binuma omukra fake certificates on punish you.
Yes.
For you, it could be said, minimum etway. Ye man sa edge no over me because not all crap PhD. Into a fake PhD. Me akosi saying. Professor Jampo in any serious nation, yeah, man, akwanyampo mo betina speak microphone because the record through BBC investigation no, actually say he's I don't know whether to say he's a monster. Any part me bisa oba say, have you kissed violently before? Na kissing so any violent.
Say, oh, fear I was here to do.
To the extent say, and no me share video no. To the extent say oba washiano. Yeah. You barely know Obano who can worry as a mutreno. It tells you the kind of sexual driver okra. And you see, identity in any developed nation, a guy won't get too close to any public way. He's a threat to Emma at their various workplaces. And then shall position or soundcra at cheapest authority. Who knows near AC or but Abanwe still at me an appointment. Upon your year now in some of the countries where yeah money near Juma bio. This or create on any private ejuma. Because uncrophobia a man utata omono obi nim anka investigation e bia yakọ deep kra e bia obi a catch us on pinu kra no e bia na wagina so akofele nipa no na nipa no academics and in the future abe bleak. This is the person who still comes to sit behind microphone no ni so or lecture or can some say ye ntie. Who the same Professor Jambo? Oh, you see the whole UTAG. It is siku personal agenda. And then UTAG no he. Oh no mu who say who ya nyachumni. Anything ama they don't take you seriously. Ojina miracles council by 12 a.m. Vice President then Baumia and sign pacta. The next morning who call public. I go catch the public and say Dr. Baumia F4 galam say so. Amasa Miracle Secretary. Dr. Bamia had to sign that pact that late. And no the bro ni na on him agenda oshishe ame nipa no. Ye wie ye afa ye ka galamsey nsempo a you don't even cough around the galamsey issue. After all, when nya upe we use what situations ako gaini nya upe. Meanwhile, these were the people who go to TV3 no mu play omo ho to say neutral so mo ka about galamsey and people fell for it to the extent say he engineered some of these strikes say they should declare strike and all those stuff. Basically they tied the hands of the government. Few weeks to elections na labor union person omo strike. Some of the UTAG members disagree. In fact, me tie Dr. Zato, one of ni kasa, those who even disagreed with Professor Jampo Krano, he accused them, say they were in bed with the government. And
yes, he did that.
Unbeknown to them, agenda be amobi. All of you were part of those who were calling for state of emergency. And in your TV3, Omuya Media House, they know part of journalism is that there should be fair reportage. And in this case, they've not been fair to Dr. Donfe. Because modi one-sided and modi aba and any pano abetro me who ni Facebook page post to be said. Adi modi abano. Munfa full video no embra because the man was rather trying to even hit him. And the more editors are portion. And this anka mu per fairness. And you wanted to treat the dog very fairly. Mubeka said dog video ni baby I'll say no be hit you no.
I think say Professor Jampo no TV3 station no taking no say or your munyamio because some time ago Dr. Zato you could feel from the background.
Also, my name I
say or catch from say you. I will make sure you don't come on this show again. And that very day, Saturday, no, Professor, your friends, Doctor
Zato,
Debbie, don't fair. I catch her straight away. Say program no notice no yet no so a champion was no started program no.
You see,
they started the program. And what I said, they started the
that
program.
That is even an indictment on TV3. Say, Obi Nebe Chile, you appear on the program.
Yeah, what kind of
show you who should appear on your program. And Ebe Pimene, TV3 has not been able to say anything. I think I like the stance are still part in the uphold say, you better boycott everything TV3. And that we should still uphold. Look, Ube winning election war man we are. It's not only TV3 that will let you win.
Not at all.
There mustation come very far. A man for
of course.
Me be so far meeting her. A man for sending me messages say we are watching you.
Yeah. And you say by you say you are on social media, Facebook and the YouTube.
You see,
they are count it. Martin. Professor Jampus asked me buy you know. Then you on corner as a fan of him. There was another lecturer, Dr. Butako.
Yeah, Butako. Yeah.
Na assembly call committee anim no committee report University of Ghana committee report me will be na meken baby ki tuabi
okay
say enei Professor Jampo enya kwama nkofo bi e report bi ma no na otimi etwo say obi me pache wa tie report na University of Ghana etroy ki tuabi was say they will be required to receive a positive assessment after the training before resumption of their duties. They are also required to undergo annual assessment for a period of 5 years. Na, or say a statement signed and issued by Stella Eyamwa in Accra said the duo were required to undergo training on the UG's sexual harassment and misconduct policy. There's a policy called Sexual Harassment and Misconduct Policy, as well as the Code of Conduct for Academic Staff of the University. Now, I'm say training. Yes, I don't matter for 5 years.
For 5 years.
I'm monitor woman and my relationship our campus, both campus and outside campus. Actually, it's been 5 years because we're 12 years.
12 years, no way, you signed this CEO position.
Yes, and they will not to me switch that but think amount to moral high ground.
A man without morality.
Okay. Overcome the other ever.
I think, sir, with your friend is saying, Professor Jampo assembly there. Me pese me waste time or me pese internal elections ne matters arising na me pese because Prof there I don't think say there is nothing special about him. I was say you waste your time crowd on so. Me name say met me ako inside.
Of course.
Sure. Sina Godom, what I remember that say I think say over the week me him say yenya successful week campaign no bia eko so na femu de say at the end of the day 31st January yina ebeko simpie no so na che say akoto aba yanka bia nhim ene say yewo ho ane say yeko awiase anansenten tan no so a yekoto video bia ye say owura ba ko a oka ye mpanimfo enum no ho a omo bonto ano ba ko say yenyi minority ni nsin chen ni enfa majority na won ti ase say majority eti o na minority no take over
wo baby wo say ya hwe ya adehye ebe nante fom na enkoa eti ponko so
you see senior Gordon ya na asefem to the extent that mempening for men na hankasa entwi obia ne mum akwakoye say ye gina party mai ni mu a na ye fi se biota frache o mo adwene wo fom ti no ye kan bibia na ye de akere o mo na ye wi a ye de mic na to fom na say ye yakwakote na ye V8 na ye ko forgetting say sa minority na o kan wasem say yanhwe ya o be take over na de hye be nante fom no what you say say yanhwe ya adehye be nam fom ama nkoa aba be fro ponko ama adehye di omochi forgetting say some minority now come asem no we have minority in that same constituency. They have traveled all the way from the top to the down here living at the constituency almost to aba in the general election added up to the national percentage, and you are standing in front of them telling them, how do you want them to feel? What are you expecting from them? How do you want to see themselves in the party? You say party na a general for all, not a particular your friend saying tribe. I mean, so moka say we say no moko tenasia. Do they reflect on whatever they said to the people? We are looking for unity in the party. And then you are standing in front of your own political party members, delegates, telling them, say, Enna, Adentina, yet now minority are taking over. When no mere minority.
And about baby promises was say, Utu for kind, say, Mawasante,
Mawasante in Samia,
ya no, Enna, one can asante memo. Debbie, or can with Chibu.
Yeah.
Chibu for
that's irony. Yeah.
And I was so this as my or two for a foot at the branch.
Yeah, the branch at him for.
Hey, sir. And I say, yeah, me asante, you won't hear the and they doesn't give a trauma.
You ready to
and ask for Japan
because you are not you only can be brave fans
and even the Achims are closer to voting for Brian Craig
than you
within the eastern region.
Yes. And then Omampeni abedi the former president vice president here about me a central region or to senya call a futu ni ade go and see the support at memo for delegates at the mano telling them the idea ne nyama hodo opese odi ye edeboa party no ma menken kan ade bi wo ha openini kan ene emfa nkyerɛ wo en oye obonto anana eye friend saying openi baako ekobisa no about eye adenti na ono de oye campaigner ombon krofo eden on ka bibi emfa nkyerɛ nkrofo like on di omatem openini say when I campaign I don't speak ill. Or say when I campaign, I don't speak ill against anybody. I don't insult anybody. I don't talk down on anybody because I am very conscious of the fact that when we finish with the 31st election, we will all have to come together and unite and go and fight for power. This is Dr. Baumia.
Okay.
On the obiatem, and we can all attest to the fact that the opinion can no cretrodo. Me who say opinion akwa kojina simpie so sebio ayiya obi anaka kasentwe bi di akire any of the your friends saying ne Crawford ni omo contested election. He has never stood anywhere say or tarnish obi image because onimu say at the end of the day say ono nyankopon ye na dom no wani a obepa o wa ba besre say brana beboa no. But say yanya ne sa na se wo ko na wo kwa your friends and division of whatever, then it means that say wo on any your friends saying unlikely events na se wo ko weni a ofi say obetima ba ne ho aba besre ne se onko boa na, and there is no way say you can bypass Baumia in case say bia wo se bimpo manususumi na so say wo ko weni a of which it will never happen. One kasa your friend saying candidate in one kasa unim sa win it. But patapa and now defame and somebody who has insulted the party members, who has insulted the general public, who has insulted Otunfo. No crown now and now also so no so I we do atembi and now or no ye campaign amount and woo jinidi. And now wakwako nincrofo nyina akwako side with Kevin Taylor. Say omo ye campaign enrechi ya minim say ohun ne video bi osan de ba bontin say from close source or no Kevin Taylor ya aware say onu anim say aba no nwene, but he's going to make sure say obe frustrate Baumia court and all that.
The one mean me said that mean fully.
So the point is that in NPP, I don't know what exactly is going on. Akwa say ye party na ye woman no NPP ni mfa won say ne yonko NPP ni ye na de kro timi ko see no court. Forgetting say ochine bi obehia no e wo whatever he or she is doing. And it is about high timer. Me e ka men kwanka 31st your friend say January na wa heya na ki ato awie bi.
E wa heya wa heya de.
Ni awie no bia ko ne baby no bia hu ne smoothness level. Because keka ni ho ados dodo. And now ye ka say there is no single person out free ye ken the camp or bash anything from this government.
Oh, that be.
And now it is only the Baumia people that ye projected party, no, ye projected a candidate, and ye start criticizing the government. Anything that the NDC government today, and your friends saying members of some part of your friends and some members of the party backing the government. You will never even see them posting anything, nothing. Sometimes and when after set Baomian Crawford post here now, bash government, you see the same people coming after their own your friends and party members.
Would be
for
say
bashing your friends saying the NDC government.
Would be say
it is so
Odobi. Obviously, Gordon, imagine if imagine if the MP for Wale was an NDC man. I'm sure they will have disqualified Otabawamia from contesting. Na and was say young Koshe Asen Central when a MP ho. Okay, the person just say Dr. Bamia say Wale.
Yes, Wale.
Say NDC in the MP. One shall can go for me disqualified from and he said ni come MP NDC one qualify me while was say according to Dr. First say all Japan so also ni come MP NDC
and we are all aware
NDC namunjani sawo NDC zongo ni kremoni
okay
minority
say minimum group and I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Sani man de me as a busima.
Oh, me, I'll tell you. I'm from Upper West.
The what to say? Me say se bomi musa. Is it wadam fwe wawari? And now okay. And the my say fine. Ibem no so wawari. But the my say omu baku. Those things I don't ask. Me, I won't hear mo BBA. Me won't hear. Say wawari. That's what I want to say. Memra Aldoya. Me say me ba. I will friend me call. The bad 30 years this administration can say me benia. Say ma say you. And I don't know. Certain questions I don't do. Baby abu free. Amasaman. And then Amasaman very cosmopolitan constituency. And the part Tihono
traffic
and Yasam get one. Now, so upper east and upper west. Upper west. Now we saw I think the politics do not win a crack. You see?
Born and bred.
Now what Tiho the Conca side one.
Mom will be friends like Kanishi Station.
Okay.
Just after the Sawaba market.
Yes. Now what one hour year politics. Now would be a bekasa semicho and embryo be a base. Kama we are minority tribe by in the war MPP. Say Abia Kwan or come a bit to me. What about others now? Party no engro mumo. Of course, one would think was a try to no my party. How frustrating is it?
Go on. So many time I become budget to know some. So maminka party. You see, go on and say, call me Facebook page. Come on, lama sama bro. You know share. Let me post videos or her. Go to me ya party for comments on which show was here. And easy. Go on. This is the party. Aliens Compliance Actor happened under Buzia. How many decades ago?
Still
one of the ways omudia campaign etia MPP na Zongo community so nim nyomo ya omutimi chi akwala na omaka chense wo hu fie we na say ai na ye wo na fie e no turn cheap enemre anka 1 billion authority say 10,000 area kete no dwane ye adenti Buzia na epamo no enti time bi ebe sha akwala no because and some of those areas no prime areas. What I say? Into the word MPP people otia ompe. Into with that generational baggage now already. Yes, you know. Getting to elections, these are some of the things NDC this speaker said to Kaechi. No more the markets areas within the Zongo communities. Then it comes down to the party Ankasa. Years down the line now, Ebima feel so young forgetty Zongo Fonu Bebre I started joining party no. Na yesanya ya young crofo. No more san reminder man for say this party you don't belong. Look who call up Nova. Some of the words I you see, oh MPP party, Combon party la. Combon is like a camp party. That's how, because of look, some of them see my videos, the exploit and me how I'm defending the party, and they will tell me that you are a stranger. One day if you are rising MPP, they will tell you are a stranger. Someone when you're Dr. Bamia, so in MPP in the future, why not come and join NDC? Because they are surprised that me makot that wa makot school or mu ye nyomu be ye bia say me join NDC man join. Because that is the so if these words are coming from the mouth of MPP for a very very dangerous. Now go no radio soon will be better now say Rwanda and okoka assemble wherever you see the cockroaches.
Aye. Tutsis and then Hutus.
I know. About 15 years nantakwa. Asema honorable Ken Kokaya no. A very volatile and very dangerous. Look, and now Kaya no. Me so winning. I don't even sleep and think of it. But then funny say to play the devil's advocate. Say Ken
was it TV3 has taken note of an unauthorized off-camera video in circulation and has instituted enhanced protocols to safeguard professionalism and dignity on set.
So my damage
it is so much deleted at the nephew. No, and they said it, and they started to be apologized for. And I'm oh jeez. Okay, young boy, fetch me.
No, that's okay. So you see, nya okaya no, a very very dangerous. Because we near up north, you can't go there. Because you are telling them they are a minority. Namuna muya majority. What do you need minority for?
Not cutting you. Ubeje di say or penny nam down hana no born to a cast answer na will be free high me. But okono for one yes one must have one down.
There be so buy no.
Okono for no ye friends and camp. One must have one down because on him says or nim no boss I one or what no better.
The Okaya say mokoso most munia as munia wanyibia mamo wanyibia but interest kama so bekaya 2023 video bio ya bo ha say one central region for said what about me we need central region.
Yes
na say
yes so and he executed that way. You see,
supporting an independent candidate.
Go on. So utina nofa. Even if you are not a northerner, so utina north. And of course school had and out na oye ejuma ho eche near police officers na nyomunya transfer ko. Go on. One of the ways ye frey your hon say oh yeah me brother. And they say me kremoni me share kremoni assalamu alaikum.
Yes.
It's something automatic that comes. Yeah. So if I say somebody me who a dogomba person me wale nyoba me who na me say oh yeah me nua. It doesn't mean say meeting the language o. Okasapo means
yeah.
But you see, Honorable Ken with the level of exposure and education, they still see North as one block. It's like lumping the whole of South as one. Oh, we are Southerner. How many times do you hear people say that? Oh, you're Southerner.
Debbie, yeah, we are chimney, we are a santime fantine, kwuni.
And he's even insulting the intelligence of some of the chiefs. They say chiefs, you know, intimidating Crawford. Meanwhile, you've not been able to mention the name of one chief. And then I mean, who video be almost release almost say Bugri now, Bugri now,
and voice, in your video.
Voice, the video be
the picture be
in fact on some of the platforms what is incriminating about this because you cannot say I'm campaigning for my brother.
Yeah.
Now who are we threatening amount for say if Baumia wins in central region no suti up north no say I'm campaigning for my brother there you are head by it. Look, Honorable King should be the last person to complain. But one of in the videos crowd say I will vote for Dr. Mahmoud, but not because he's a northerner, but because of the man is competent.
Case closed.
Case closed.
That is all.
This is the man who makes a U-turn and you see. Ni video ba ko bi wo me guy bi wo be poster then na me sa video na akoto say even ni ma me kura what e kura say e bisan say inti then na tam sky di be kura say na dey be shake ye. So this is the same person who catch not for say oba turn ho into a farming. Any policy if you want to be poor go into farming.
Yeah.
Is today telling you say he will convert a whole region or regions into a farming hub. Do you want them to be more poor? Because per your analogy no obi obeko kwaye mu no e poverty stricken ejuma enti wo wura mu kra we free mu unya bio. You will not even advise anybody to go into farming. Why are you not telling the northern sector say you will turn the whole place into a farming zone? Do you not want to impoverish them? Because per your logic, no, that is what you are trying to explain. You see, he's now drowning and he's clinging onto a straw. Honorable Ken is drowning. So it's like Enipa no see the church, going to church is a waste of time.
Yeah.
He's even a traditionalist. All of a sudden, or Johnny A Siki solace in the church. Phyllis at this time, let me go and press the keyboards of the church and see whether they automatically. Meanwhile, some of these church people are telling you that if the unlikely event MPP bring to the way they wage a campaign against you,
of course,
even without power, you collapse our churches.
Yes.
Even without power. So how much more if you become the number one person who makes
Presby, is it Pentecost and whatever Penanke? What's said? Those one-man churches, Nadia.
There are videos utina Paul do much program so and a video church or see when you said that me fear cram you were insinuating things like you see you may disagree with people in certain instances but you don't come publicly, especially if you're a public figure. Or utterances out there must be one of unity. Me say there are certain regions if Honorable Ken becomes our flag bearer or presidential candidate, we cannot take him there to campaign.
How? Because
when you take him up north, what do you need the minority for? You said you put the accounts together and go and vote.
Of course.
Okay, go and win your elections with. And no, okay, say a dominant tribes na win the election. Anka President John Mahama anka president o.
Debbie.
Because the Ghanaians are not many up north.
Not at all.
You see, nyama na ye I say your party, I was say yen wake up from it, Yet ha and honorable former late defense minister Omani Boama. Or pass away, and yet say the how see President Mills name or recruitee Omo and or the bar NDC. Go down. Now say somebody say Anka Kubesi or Nigeria. One of the positions that are very sensitive. I will be more be doing any defense. Because it is the position I was saying who the more any partner go down utimi da uda na wakata we.
I know what they ye.
But Omani Boama from MPP was given that position. Uti NDC for now muka say this sensitive position na come obi offer MPP by joining NDC. Did you hear that? Meanwhile we are still saying say Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Boama from 207 and 208 at the Bepimen he's still a stranger. Then it is not what it say. Ebekacha police station executives near electoral area coordinators in constituency officers say yanko abontin yanko campaign and 3 members because it's like for the MPP you have to start from 92. One starting 92 there ube mu da bank
92
almost starting 92
this is 47.
Most of these NDC national executives are almost we need power more. How many of them joined the party? But in Telema and Co. How old are they? They are within their 30s.
It is only in the MPP that you hear some of this comments.
Yes, meanwhile they gave them leadership role. Omu winning election. Do you want power? Senya nyachuma. Yet a whole MPP. Honorable Blay from CPP. Let me be a national chairman. We never had any problems with it. But Dr. Boame as vice president, look, it's even insulting to the whole party. Say wakofo obi abe running mate. Wabe vice president of your party or lead the party now obiso or a stranger. That is even insulting to the integrity of the party and the former president. These are people that the party I want to believe say Matisa Bakuni did not disciplinary committee meaning say Yampa MP no
no bravo no.
No, there be MP now as Kwasante Boateng.
Okay.
And then let me tell you, I don't know how true it is. Say, Omu did not call disciplinary committee.
Kwasante Boateng, Asante Achim South. Me krum MP no.
But okay.
Were primitive in his thinking. Inclusive dream and the audience and modern day Ghana.
And you see,
Matisse is on Kubium.
That won't go be
with this statement of a tribune. You see, I think say the Ken's camp, no, they don't feel apologetic over certain things. They feel they are bold. Me, one of the videos I'm here say, they be honorable Ken, sorry, and now, it is that. Go down. Honorable Ken, we don't fear him in the party.
Now, say, that one is true.
Honorable Ken cannot sack me from the party. He cannot question my lawyer. Nothing. He can't do anything. But Mishana, of course, a leading member of the party, and the Bob was sending for our bony dinner. But so what say? And you see the irony of Nyaoyano. At the end time, unya kukudro etimi kasa anyhow to the party. Upia bontu ufili so free boys are the same people you call them minority. Most of the boys are mudi wechi. The tribe of call them the minority. As in central boys are in a do wechi. That's the question. Yeah, say boy. As in central boys are in a beba. It is the same people who come down. You are calling them minority. And I'm advising my look. The most insulting thing, Professor Namzoya.
Yeah.
Kasana we kokaino, honorable Ken kokaino. We did the Professor Namzoya.
And but so the what then?
And we did it at them.
And then I will be so the NATO see there, but what can I remember? I say NATO who is now one of the main financiers of Robert Kennedy Japan's campaign. It's not Akan. It's also from the minority.
The minority.
It is Kandi Obejiana.
So only that is alleged so Kopeni running mate.
On they say running mate.
Now the minority been running mate.
Oh, you see, they pick and choose. Maybe I feel, but I know Namika say. When he was saying some of those things, you know, Oshene Chipa and Kaonka, me, Anka me don't me support honorable Ken. That statement no Kwanka, be me free nechi. And when Black Rasta video now,
yeah,
Obubo nechi. Oh, Black Rasta was campaigning for him.
Whatever.
Black Rasta.
He was campaigning for him.
Anoshi.
But you see, it's beginning to expose the man. Say, I have people up Nova. Me know I'm chatty here. And they were telling me, say, Charlie, they're campaigning. You see, honorable Ken I have people up north, I mean, some northern region, upper east, upper, who are campaigning for you. Nobody is intimidating them.
Of course.
With this comment out here, you know, they called me and say, bro, I dare you lead any day. I say, yeah, Jumana, no,
they themselves, they know the damage are opening the more one Kasankasa.
They know on our various platforms, updates, they say, you're Bokrane affair. They know. Because if you are calling me a minority, it means I don't have a future that the majority should gang up against us.
Of course.
This is dangerous incitement and all. You know.
All right.
Okay.
Enchebiane yekoti. Kama mesa baba. But when you call budget no na before then no. Mameka se enchebia na brunya eba. Enchebia na brunya eba na nyame adma 24th December 2025 no. Ye wo Christmas jackpot draw be beye and to boss star 274 star 6 hash na wa 10 cedis ubetenya 5,000 ubetenya 2,000 and ne maybe bre e wo hunti no fatu ko to dwem say e dia 24th December no ye boss a draw no tabia takum emema nyina Supreme Court judge no me say waba they say die be wo D4 court case be be say die member nyina Supreme Court judge papa in your favor antipatro the friend wo kwa say tabia takum asem no edin obedi bim de obedi bi say go fosi abre no gastro mixer me patro so stomach ulcer was one say typhoid fever and diarrhea now the genesis of why chikwa kwaje gastro mixer nature's medics for na edeba na mensuplus mixer so say nua ma no bosomi no do say pina sa asem mo amokwaje mensuplus mixture and na bema wo da obejo so sa 40 minutes bia no ato na wo jo so pacho hardwe untimi so da impo city ye no obeje Prosta Plus mixture which are from 0248778899 pharmacy across the country bia no ebi ewo hall no ma wetimi akwakoji bi no aton original amegabites and ewo Sapperman Upper Road opposite Benab filling station na I don't know when you some ye drew but in some tika crab nya de so kutwa abo bucket to bia to say yes now when it was time no about back and I said to me house so overall well-being so e kama and the bema show so we am no we the kra we say chale you are back on the road now just say uzumi ko kama Chocho skincare products omo Chocho herbal soup Chocho herbal cream Chocho royal gel Chocho hand and foot cream, Chocho skin toner, Chocho hair products, chocho bam enti chocho herbal industries obukwa no wasa babiem den back stronger enti na metimi aka cho se ko na ko chocho skin care products nyina bi natural enti nya de se bia be use ama ho atwintwa na se eba be how and then cement vital herbal mixture usisi ye wo ye isi yare bia be fe ne sciatica yare se anu de pa ya papa kwaje cement vital herbal ni bi se wo ye oba na be ma na so low libido ampacho kwajibi ni boost ade ne ma na mu di sie ne se straight away no kaba ye ko budget
all right go down in fact and let me who fly na me nim so honorable upon kroma we abeshan was studio
ai no bo keep question ti no
e ban finance issues are say me sorry or you're the first person person mintie the commentary na me nsua bibi free and to friend na okasa wa
oh
yes me lecture no my lectures me take notes because these are people they are well grounded okasa uti say edemu enye ya field no we nsua free omo ho a okwa ho be chiro kakra so me dan as say odi kan kasa e na we build it up points be go on. This is the budget the NDC government or see budget of hope and jobs. Yes.
Okay.
In literature, you will be a friend irony, and yes, I will be a friend oxymoron.
Hey.
Yes. Oxymoron. So because I then you're good, bad.
Aye.
It's either it is good,
bitter sweet.
It's got a bitter sweet. It cannot be bitter and sweet at the same time. Budget into me because ebe provide jobs. At the same time, budget in see ent me farm for ejuma. The same budget too.
And they say I new.
So or see or create enuma. But at the same time, so ent me farm amount for ejuma.
Then the warrior day.
Then oh yeah. Okay. Atu forcing ebe repeal 2 taxes. E-levy and a betting tax. Oh yeah no. Nyoya Ghanaians in here. And offer 11 new taxes, 8% levy on petroleum product, 30 to 40% increase in all government fees and charges, 21.9 VAT and non-life insurance, like that, yada yada yada. Ukaya obehu 11 new taxes. Oyi 2 and odi 11. Ebesha ne oye no. Now, the same government or catch a mebunu say, President Mama, oninye. I mean, uko share your friend is Ghana Web on per date in the month. That is Wednesday, 30th July, 2025. 24-hour economy will reduce youth unemployment. Enti enu na ye omum flagship programmer or see 1 job 3 shifts.
Yeah.
Now, say adia your flagship program. Ewunu na wose ankai uma budgetary allocation na ebenya fa anakese pa me bo agodon.
Of course.
Now, President Mama si min catch mebu na omutie say 24-hour economy no I be reduce unemployment muntu mo bo ansa enu nya priorities esia.
Hey, sir.
Yeah. But onim na priorities esia. Sanitary parts. And the youth out there no me the 292 million cedis ekoto sanitary parts.
Hey.
Na mu youth na 1 job 3 shifts no mama 110 million.
How?
Adia to say honorable upon Krumaka no. Gusitano si ope $4 billion
as I say.
$4 billion. Scanner Yama no 110 million is equivalent of $10 million. From 4 billion no. Yama 10 million flagship program. Mebunu no omu di wechi ye campaign omu shata di omu ye paraphernalia ya bibia di do wechi no and then $10 million. Who the calculator is 0.0000 BB percentage of 4 billion. This is the same government when the budget mu. Or see nurses and teachers. Se me recruit mu pa de
la
2026 misremo. Muntina fie nka ho. Meanwhile, campaign platforms videos no online.
Adenta pantai nurses. Dinechi we.
Yeah. Yaji allowance no yaji enso yanto no mu tizi MPP. Yaji.
Yaji yanto.
You see?
Ene.
President Mama see, so we a teacher and now you're nurse now. As for the whole of 2026, there still ubet in a fee. Ejuma no any ready answer to obo. But unim ne meye. And or say were allocated 681 million cedis for more allowances. As for allowances, the many amamo. But mu we are bet in a fee. Mean to me from ejuma. And so under MPP, we recruited no less than 115,000 nurses. Still, you be too backlog.
Yeah.
From 2016, from 2013.
13, yeah.
By 2017 March, now Honorable Menu, the former Ajima Menu, now was started recruitment. Initially, there was a pause on it. Omiya auditing B, and then they lifted. Emma clearance. This is the budgeter. Omusi your hopes and jobs. Onim, me, Ushanya Mustafa Bandi Eka say every month yedi an amount of 20,000 echo each constituency. Emomu, which amounts to last leader area calculation. It's about 66 million cedis every year. So that jobs no almost on create no. That 800,000 jobs no. Largely that 800,000 jobs no. Laborers so. And yet technocrat and to our university would do when you to say no road sector, construction, laboring work, and yet technocrat engineers in this hour never for no. Number mixing concrete in the mortar as and then the plantation farm also Hong Kong bet me for about over 200,000. So the youth out there now with the NDCH with the hope of say they will get a gainful employment. I have unfortunately bad news from the budget for them. So if the budget is saying that it is budget for hope and job, it is a budget of hopeless and joblessness. That is the budget Atuforsen has read to them. Now, Usha your friend is saying so. Say omo catch omo increase presidential staffers salary. Presidential staffers so
sir
omo salary are increased by 67%.
Our budget no.
Yes.
Wow. Hey,
and you see
now and this
is it. Ghana today, government increases salary for presidential staffers by 67%. And presidential staff for Biano, what I'm told is say they are equivalent to a deputy minister. Rank is equivalent to a deputy minister. So meaning, look at the things they are entitled to. They will be entitled to car, drivers, every minister. And the man entitled to. But you see, when you know go down, one of the things, sir, in this budget, the MPP party should not allow it. We should stage a protest. Some better crowd. We should stage a protest. The purchase of new aircraft. Look, Honorable Ablakwa. Okache say our presidential jet is in pristine condition,
yes,
and can last beyond 2030.
Yes.
So if the NDC government comes to power and we rent a private jet, I will resign. I am advocating against the use of private jets on principles, not because it is personal or that I hate Akufo-Addo.
What's a pristine condition?
Pristine.
Yeah. In fact, it's almost tear rubber.
Yes, not cutting you or say engine or bako crash or whatever.
Yeah.
Nana Akufo-Addo beat me the aqua.
When NDC almost nyomu kasa pano nyankupon e yusu omu to manifest himself. Enti nyamima yasan omu ko share the same portfolios. So that enese okoka ba galam say ni do ko education to untimi nka say. Enti for instance, lands minister or see and declare state of emergency. And nyami did come
declare.
Nyami did last man.
You must declare it.
Ablakwa or see our presidential jet is in pristine condition. Pristine means a year juma come out.
Yes.
High. And he says he's against the principle of renting presidential private jets.
You know, and the secure medical
what God did to him. Nyami ma didn't call foreign affairs. And then Nyami you soon no currency. Dima vice president on the fear. He's still at post. He's not resigned. Who is the deputy defense minister? Broja Jemfi. This is what Broja Jemfi said to his own minister. He said, "We will treat you as MPP members," telling his minority then if they support the purchase of presidential jet. That's Broja Jemfi. The same Broja Jemfi etna TV su catch say in Africa when they are counting best presidential Jets are. Hours say within 1 to 3 hours will fall in because of air good into Nema George Weah. Then as Liberian president, Oberenti and then they are telling us and a wink no Baku e korodi and a ha eliki and a we should not allow this thing to go on. This purchase. Minority should fight it in parliament and they should resist every form of it because as I say your friend say internal primaries into Ama we've taken our eyes off the ball. So go on.
Last one.
Yeah, last one. You see, most of the policies are almost ombeye NDC for no. I can tell you, say, it is not any way going to inure to the benefit of the Ghanaian youth. 1.2 billion compensation to assembly members. They can pay assembly members, but they cannot recruit essential service workers like teachers and nurses. You see, they are thinking of the next election.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about the youth. President Mama on campaign platforms. So see Manunsi. Okache say recruitment of teachers and nurses should be done every year. We shouldn't wait in political season. Now you better recruit two or more. Waba, where you do first budget, you've not recruited them. Your second budget, you are left with 2 budgets to go. Two. And these are the people you told them say every year we need to be recruiting. And they had hopes in you. You see, time will always vindicate the Nanado Baumia government.
Medasi. Kama don't know friend Amasama Bruni.
Just 2 minutes or under 1 minute. Now me fan so dia mebra penine. I think say ye member of parliament here could you upon kroma aka ni nyina. Me what I can say about this budget our penino ko ready or parliament no. And it's a budget of no confidence. A budget of no hope. Na ne nkrofo ne tunyum say ato is forcing. But me say ato is struggling. And dia medihu ya one say we should all bear in mind say the kind of economy that we are experiencing today no and anything that came up from the NDC. They should tell us one particular policy.
They can't.
Omo etimi implement here and no the pefe say this is the concrete your friend is saying policy ya implement here ema economy no then cost to say. At the end of the day it was a foundation the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo led government e led it to ho ne udidi ho and it shouldn't be like they have implemented anything and no nature say my economy now is stable to the extent that it was say ye bona baso me can say the year 2026 to 2027 that is where we are going to see the real NDC economy and say ye ne so mo etonyum their friend no say ato is forcing and ye no and ye behwe because at the end of the day we are going to see the real economy of the NDC coming 2026, 2027. And intino Ghana for the air catcher mono say Mununsio Namunfantren ope Namumpesa Pomfamu because their air bano anoding. I don't know the particular market opening no call ya and nano no Gina Parliament can say a bag of rice price of your friends and maize above from and for that reason the government is doing well. Price no can say above from no and then the kinky seller who we are still selling kinky at the rate of 7 cities, 5 cities and 10 cities. And so catch and say a bag of maize I reduce it here, then we should see that particular your friends it should reflect kinky seller didn't change. But here is the case. The prices have come down at market now, and we are not seeing any reflection at the Kenke sellers point.
But I believe so for the first time, what is a pharmacy on person boycotting Farmers Day?
Hey, are they?
There's food glatter. I'm on phone too.
Of late, me who video be about onions and all that.
I'm saying
yes,
and tomatoes.
And your friend saying, Openia, Ojina Parliament, bought in one basso say, why ya diamond in Mantunum fan friend.
Obviously, God, I've not heard you before talk about Basentale. Oh, never the same issue.
So, 30 seconds. Or say, me read that way.
Yeah, read it.
I'll say the mere fact that maybe I'm able independent. The mere fact that our opponents appointed Tokonu as Chief Justice was the reason we in the NDC rallied behind Bafuboni to remove her and replace her with him. It's an open secret. It has never been about the law. It's politics. Haruna B.A. Mohammed, NDC MP for Esunafo North.
Last week no kai.
Na say your friends they penny for no be braka. They just on my bibi infantum
That person Hammer can have maintain that
on my infantum bia to why no na my akwenya said that and we will do same.
We
will do same tin and boni bia ni ho. Boni bia ni ho. So we will do same.
Retirement and chakra.
Oh yeah. I think so man penny ka tre no.
Less than a year.
You see, so what are you coming to do? You just want to see your name in there.
Okay.
He just want to see his name in there. As a former, CJ.
Just that or that. I don't know what to meet about that sound there. And then he straight in.
Yeah.
Ashete Isaac. Evra and then Obekame ho MIED and Komono and then of course Kama do not fear Amasama Bruni. Also be kind home at Edi and come going for the no better home. I gentlemen. First time. Yes,
okay, all right.
Okay, it is sanity. Nyami aduma. Echina anopa yebeshia ewo kwakuda room program movement in the morning. Movement in the morning. But political party ni na eba kope. NPP, ye ni minority group, ye ni majority group. Ubie ye fa party nko to stock exchange. And ye ko fa se memu ye majority shareholders. And the memu ye minority shareholders. The party is not on Ghana Stock Exchange. Mesemo no messe ubemu a ye desa wo ye as a true blue party member. Yeah, would to protect the integrity of the party at all times. It doesn't mean to be a party here, I won't me and criticize it. But who can be so na osho who see if I'm going to be a Yamia channel pa, ye be here, I don't go and the Yemi producer come home. I don't go and now me general manager Kweku, Akalan GH, so a come home pay, and you know ye be a Yamia Yamia. Good night.